Good Monday morning, everyone. September 23rd, 2024. Meteorologist Robert Smith at 7:18 this morning. Got some of the cams up right now over New York City, top of the rock. Some broken clouds and sunshine this morning. Temperature of 61. This is not Mulberry Street now. And this is Scottsville, Kentucky at 6:19 this morning. And people are just getting ready to get to work this morning. Slow climb in at 72 degrees. Beautiful weather in downtown Franklin Cam, Pennsylvania. They had some showers that continue over the region this morning. Temperature at 64 degrees. Florida Marina Cam, broken clouds, sunshine, beautiful. New York City's World Trade Center sky is coming up with broken ceilings here and sunshine at sunrise just a few minutes ago, about half hour or so ago, 61 degrees. And in Palm Beach, Manalapan, Florida, 77 degrees at 7:20 with the sun coming up this morning. It looks gorgeous over there on the beach. In Spain, well, let's get to Washington, D.C. this morning, our nation's capital, 66 degrees on the Bloom Cam. And in Waymo Cam in Washington, D.C., this is our sky cover this morning at sunrise. Here in the Weather Center, this morning we have mostly cloudy skies, some short waves moving through, and some warm air advection. Light rain expected later this afternoon on some of the model guidance here, but this would be very light. Right now it is 56 degrees. It feels like 57, 83% cloud cover. We'll show you that on Doppler and satellite in just a moment. Very little precipitation, about a 1/12 of an inch in the next couple of hours, or 12 hours, or 24 hours or so. Right now, the humidity is at 83%, dew point 53. UVI index is low today with the cloud cover. Air quality is pretty good at 17, but you would know it if you're sneezing and wheezing outside. It's 94 for the pollen with the grass. Visibility is better than 10 miles right now. High pressure is still in control. Sunrise this morning was at 6:46. Sunset tonight at 6:51. The moon phase is at 57%. The next full moon, October 17th. And the moon set tonight will be at 2:42 this afternoon. And on the satellite view this morning, we see some shortwave energy here, very light warm air advection working over the area. Winds aloft are out of the west, okay? But there is that influence from off the ocean here coming in with northeasterly winds. So our wind profiles this morning are all out of the northeast here, so we continue with that onshore flow, coastal flood advisories, and also until late this afternoon and tonight. And we do have small craft advisories on the ocean, and we do also have rip current risks here for the short points here in Long Island, New York, all the way down through the Delaware region. And we do have some shower activity working through central Pennsylvania right now. Some of this is very light, maybe it's not even reaching the ground here in northwestern New Jersey. Other observations around the region this morning: Harvey Cedars by the water is 64, also Seaside Heights, Seagirt is 64, Point Pleasant 63, and Atlantic City 62. Cool spots 51 at High Point, 53 at Hopewell, at Red Lion, and Wantage. Right now at Rutgers University Meteorology Program in New Brunswick at Cooks College at 61. The wind is out of the north to northeast at about 226 miles per hour. Looking around the region this morning, current air temperatures are right around the upper 50s here in northwestern New Jersey, to around 60 or so, lower 60s right along the immediate coast. Minimum temperatures this morning not really bottoming out because of the cloud cover. Dew point right now is basically running in the low to the mid 50s, which is not bad. The relative humidity is really high this morning, obviously. And if we take a look at the high pressure is in control over the forecast region. We do have some winds coming in from off the ocean, stronger right along the immediate coast this morning. We showed you on some of the cams of that too. Still no precipitation for the last couple of hours. Nothing really here in the forecast area at all. If we take a look at the latest radar, we do have some showers in central Pennsylvania here and some early morning fog being reported too. On the geocolor satellite imagery this morning, we have some high filtered clouds, moderately so, coming in. The IR band is showing what we just showed you, the same kind of thing. There's some broken clouds and clear skies in portions of the area, especially around the coast, but Clouds predominantly ruling just west of the New York City area this morning, and on the water vapor channel we can see that. On the aviational weather deck for today, expect ceilings to be mostly VFR, some MVFR this morning, and the higher risk of that will be occurring as ceilings will lower some in the TAF sites. Some rain showers are possible later this afternoon, especially in Reading and Allentown, and primarily after this afternoon. Visibility easterly winds at about 5 to 10 knots, and we don't expect any wind shear at all. Tonight, ceilings expected to lower into MVFR again, and as with this morning, there remains a chance for some fog development, but this is unlikely given the clouds that are expected to be in place. Light winds favoring easterly direction again, so variable direction if they decouple enough. VFR for Tuesday, periods of MVFR and IFR and showers on Tuesday night through Thursday, and then back to mainly VFR conditions on Thursday night. Rip currents. There will be development of dangerous and life-threatening rip currents. We've seen this a couple of days in a row where people have been rescued at the Jersey Shore and other locations from out of town. Please don't go into the water by yourself. There are no lifeguards at this time of the year. Dangerous rip currents will be forecasted into the area for all of the Delaware and New Jersey beaches through Tuesday. Onshore flow continues. Winds out of the northeast at 10 to 20. Seas 3 to 6 feet, breaking waves. Rip currents occur often in the vicinities of jetties and piers, and speeds of the currents are generally maximized at low tide. Into the tropics we go this morning with the potential impacts here of this tropical disturbance, which is now across Central America, producing heavy rains in this region over the next couple of days, and also the northwestern Caribbean, Yucatan Peninsula over Mexico, western Cuba, to be closely monitoring the progress for the system to create watches and warnings likely later this morning in portions of these areas. Later this week, this system is still forecast to become potential tropical cyclone Helene, 97L, or Hurricane Helene as it reaches the Gulf Coast somewhere in the vicinity of the Florida Panhandle and the western side of Florida in the Gulf side here as we head into Thursday and Friday of this week. And then Fujiwara spin around with low pressure over this area here. And some of the model guidance is suggesting this as well. So there's a high chance, 90% probability of this becoming a major storm in the Gulf of Mexico over the next 7 days or so. Watching this area here for disturbance. It's about 70% chance coming in off the African coast now, and it is disorganized at this time, and it will move to the west-northwest across the eastern and central tropical Pacific, and development of this system is likely at about 70% in the next 7 days. In the eastern Pacific, we have Tropical Storm John right now, which is bringing heavy rain in coastal portions of southwestern Mexico through the upcoming week. And that's going to cause catastrophic and significant life-threatening flash flooding and mudslides in the Mexican states of Chiapas and southeastern Guerrero, particularly in areas near the coast. John is forecast to strengthen before landfall, and a hurricane watch and tropical storm warning has been issued for these coastlines of southern Mexico. Tropical storm conditions to begin by later today. John could strengthen more than forecasted depending on how long it remains over the water, so interest along the coast of southern Mexico should monitor the latest forecast updates, as hurricane warnings could be required for a portion of the coastline later today. And we can see this if we get into some of the graphics here. So potential rainfall here. This is amazing here. Whoops. I have a pretty bad sinus headache this morning, so we're going to continue the forecast later this afternoon.